Hi, welcome to Data Acquisition with Shina. I'm looking at a Google Code Labs titled Building AI Agents with Vertex AI Agent Builder. So, this is the topic for today. So, we're going step by step. Before we begin, this is a self paced code lab that will guide us through building AI agents with Google Cloud Vertex AI Builder. Each step will highlight a specific agent builder feature and explain its purpose. So here are the prerequisites for this code lab. Basic understanding of generative AI on Google Cloud, a basic understanding of AI agent concepts, a basic understanding of Gemini Code Assist. This will be optional. So what we'll learn will be how to create a simple AI agent using Vertex AI Agent Builder, how to ground the created agent by attaching a data store, and how to integrate AI agent into our website. This is also optional. So as I said earlier, you need a curious mind, a working computer, and reliable Wi-Fi, a Google Cloud project with billing attached. So if you don't have a Google Cloud project, you can create it with four functions. You may also check out the Google Cloud free tier services. So already, if we go to my Google Cloud, so go to the Google Cloud console. Our Google Cloud console, I already had a project where I said building AI agent ADK. I can check the check out and I can check the billing. Let's go to my billing. Because you always know that you have to have billing attached. So I can go to manage billing, go to linked billing accounts. So let's go to counties. The billing account is the CP credits anti-gravity architecture, March 17th. So I think the credits. So we have instead of right amount credit, we have $4.90. I only have $1,000 credit. So I work on this. So designing our first agent. Now we're ready to create our own AI agent. But before diving into development, it is essential to establish a clear vision for our agents. So ask ourselves these questions. What are the questions we should ask ourselves? What problem would it solve? Will it automate tasks, provide information? What are the primary functions? What are its limitations? What personality or persona should it have? Should it be formal, informal, humorous, or helpful and informative? Or what are the success metrics? How do you measure the agent's effectiveness? To speed up the process, here are some answers to those questions for the travel agent which we'll be creating today. What problem will it solve? Planning a trip can be time consuming and overwhelming. What are its primary functions? What are its limitations? Let us look at these limitations a bit. The agent might not be able to answer complicated queries by default. The agent won't be able to generate visual images, and the agent's knowledge will be limited by the underlying model. So what are success metrics? Success for this agent could be measured by how satisfied customers are with his recommendations, exploring, planning, and booking. So next, we're going to look at building an agent with Vertex AI Builder. So with Vertex AI Builder, AI agents can be created in just a few steps. So let's go to Vertex AI Builder. Vertex AI Builder is going to be within our Cloud Console. So remember we had selected billing agents with ADK because we have it tied to our billing account. So next, what we do was this. Let us now, we can tell you to selectively sample model input and responses. This will help us diagnose issues faster and improve our model performance. So let us now continue and activate the API. So let's continue to the API. Now we'll be directed to the app creation page, which is something that looks like this. I'm going to click on the create new app button. Step 3, we choose our conversational agent and click create. So let's go back. So we're supposed to be redirected to the app creation page. So we're waiting for that to come up now. And remember, when you're using Google Cloud, once you do anything, you have your notification message. It tells you what you've just done. So now, remember from the previous message, we are picking the conversational agent and we click on create. So the conversational agent, you can see there are changes to it, there's an update to it. So previously conversational agent was underneath this, under the water app. Now conversational agent is on different section entirely. So we come to conversational agent and click on create. So after we click on create, a new tab of dialog flow conversation agent will open. It asks you to choose a Google Cloud project. We'll select the Google Cloud project associated with our email account. That's the Google Cloud project with billing enabled. So let's go. So you can see the billing account has been selected automatically. So to use conversation agent, enable the following API. So we may or may not get that message to enable our API. So we have it enabled. So next, if the clicking doesn't work, we'll enable the manually by going to the API page directly. In the newly opened dialog flow, please click on create agent. So we'll go to agent and click on create agent. Somewhere close to us here. We have selected our project. Refresh it a bit. So selected our project. Let's see if we have scientific guide. The agent is a virtual, and so now it's time for options to create an agent to build. You choose to build your own. So let's see where we have the agent option. Let's use this text agents here. So it's new. So you can see there are changes already to the interface. So we are trying to locate where we have our agent build to do this task. One second. So remember, creating agent is our target. Pick a display name, set global, keep other configuration. So we're just looking for how we want to create our agent on this now. So choose a project. Okay, I think you can see the agent studio is saying create natural agent. So let's pick our project, continue. So getting started with CX Agent Studio. Custom agent suite not enabled, so we need to enable this later. Agree and continue. So welcome to CX Agent Studio. What are we building today? So create your own first AI agent. So think if we look at if we look here, we are creating our agent now. So we're using the new CX. So we build our own agent. So pick a display name. So we'll call it travel body. For location, we're taking global serving data rest at US as region. We'll keep configuration as default. So we give our agent its name, travel body, create. Once we create our agent, so we're creating our agent right now, waiting for it to load. So the Google team has now introduced the CX Agent Studio in place of the options here. So it's creating our agent. It take a few minutes for our first agent. So we're waiting for that to load. Okay, so our agent has been created. So let's go back to the guide. So we haven't given the options for the location, time zone, and language. So let's see if we can pick a playbook name option. Yeah, tools, variables, guardrails, versions, global settings. So under our global settings, let's see if we can have other settings in. So we have our response length, our behavior, our model. Let's see our advanced settings. We have speech, we have login, we have tools, and global instructions. So I think they basically have taken out some of the settings which we saw earlier here. About under the settings, you can see the playbook name, the goal, instructions. So let's see if we can have that in. Let's add our goal. Help customers answer travel related queries. I think we saw something about that. So I think this should be our agent because we're using conversational agents. You can have sub agents and import flow agents. So deploy agent, monitor agent. So let's see if we can bring in Gemini into this to give us an assist on this. But I think what I wanted to have, let's see, help customers. Let's see if we can add the other. Let's just say goal instructions. Let's just have it as goal and instructions. This as goal instructions. So now we can click on apply. So since it's conversational, I had wanted to see somewhere where it could make conversation, see the options for the audio feedback. So preview information, you can click here to toggle the simulator. Let's see if we have a toggle here. We're still under the build. Okay, so we have different tools here for the agent. Uh, data store, Google search, system tools, add variables, add guardrails. Okay, so I think this is a more advanced version of what we had before. We now have versions and create versions. You can see it's saving them. We now have global settings, which we looked at earlier. So let's go back to the guide and see where we could jump on it. Okay, so we've done this already. Gemini 1.5 Flash. We can test our agent by having a conversation in it. As we enter user input, let's look at this now. So you can see our agent is having conversation with us. Hi, I'm a AI assistant. How can I help you? Now we would like to attach data stores to the agent. Ask an agent about Wakanda. Let's see what's the best way to Wakanda. We said while Wakanda is a fascinating place in fiction, it's not a real country. You can visit. It's a fictional nation from Marvel comics and movies. So let's see what response we have here. You can see it's giving the same response here. So we have our conversation agents set up but in a different way. So we're still looking for where we can get our goals and instructions for agent. So we're not yet deploying our agent yet. We're still building the agent. So where we can get our goals and instructions. Behavior. Oh, so good. Here's our global instructions here. So there are no goals, but we have instructions. So let's go and see for goals and instructions. So we just have to have an open mindset to explore. I say is our goal. I can't find the goal section, so I'll just place it around the instruction section for now. That is. So next, we've seen most of what we want there. We like to attach a data store. So what is this factory query? Instead of simply stating I can provide information in the device, it would be more useful able to use if the agent suggested similar places. So once go simulator, we click the toggle simulator icon again. So create a data store threshold. Click on the data store button at the bottom of the agent basics page. So let's look for the data store button. Let's look for the store button. Google has. So let's use Gemini and see if we can get some directions. Okay, so I think Gemini is still building this. So we should find the data store button. Okay, so this data store button connect to data store. So you can see Google has making improvements on it. So this is how you get to the data store button. So we would I would zoom in on it so you can see it. So it is data store. So this is how you connect to data store button. So let's produce our configuration for the data store button. Now we fill up the full information. The tool name is alternative location. So let's see if we have this there. Tool name here, alternative location. Then we have the type data store. And we have description. So they didn't give us type, so we go to our description. We use this tool. Required specification doesn't exist. So Control C. I'll click save when we're done. You can see it here. The tool name, the data store. Okay, so because it's under tools, so we already the tools have already been separated. So remember this is that this is tool already. So we now have the description and now create. Let's close this a bit. This should allow us. So set it must be 1 to 6 so we can't use this starting with a letter underscore and containing the letters numbers. So I think if we come back here, so they have put in something guardrails for the naming. So let's edit that. Let's say backspace underscore. So it has accepted this. So we use description names to help the AI understand the tool's job. Name should start with a verb. The name should start with a verb. So let's say search a verb, search alternative location, search, say look up, explain what the tool. So we have to pick a region. Let's go to the advanced. Pick a region. You can see the project agent language creates tool name, data store, add data store. First, let's see if we could use that option to create, because it take us back to our build. create data store. So you just have to get, because we're having this message that no data. So let's refresh and see. No data stores found in the region supported by your agent. So let's go back and look for. We have a region restriction here. Let's discard and see. So let's go back there and then remember the tool name has to be start with a verb. So we repeat the description again. So this created data store. So but you still need an actual data store that contains information. So to do that, we click on add data stores and create a data store. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm saying part of it. We'll select cloud storage. Yeah, I'm getting where we are. I'm getting where we are. So we do this. Already clicked on so let's close this. That it brings it as a first instance. And then follow the guide. So the guide here says click on cloud storage. Very important, otherwise important to fail. Type in AI under the text and click on continue. Back here on cloud storage. Select the folder that you want to import in. So we need this file to be available for us. So we need our data store name. Here's the content of the provided file. So here's the content of the provided file. So on the next page, you name your data store. So you can call it for calendar alternative. The data store contains access control information. So charges may apply. Avoid charges. Link the store to a Gemini Enterprise app. So let's see if it creates to that data store. Let's go back here. Pay for what to use. So this is what we do. Create. So the message which we got here, where we had no data stores found in our region, would be a thing of the past. So this our data store created. So we come back here, we refresh. So you see it has found it already. So we select, we can create. So you have to be able to read and understand that our data store tool has been created. So as a final step, we select data source we just created and click create, which we did here. You can see the progress of our data store by clicking on the data store for more details. So everything in the cloud, you can always click on it to get more details of our data, from our schema, and you can see data store ID, type, unstructured, serving state, region, language, apps connected, data store size, last document import, exclude from generated first false. So have all this. The next, what we'll do next is we'll go back to our data dialog flow tab and click refresh. We should see data store created under the available stores page, which is what we have here. Remember our tools, you can see. The next, what we do next is in order to prevent agents from hallucinations in the grounding configuration, first to set the setting to very low, which applies tighter restrictions on agents for making things up. For now, we keep that default, but anytime we can explore again. So grounding information we set it to very low. So let's go and look for our grounding settings. Set it to very low. So we're going to settings, behavior, agent details, advanced, page, login. So I can find where we have that for now. It somewhere has to do with behavior. So next would rounding gauges the confidence of all information and other stuff. So let's go back to our tools. So for now, let's go on to the next. Select the added data to confirm, save. So we've done that. Data store. Now head back to the agent basics page at the bottom of the playbook configuration. You see newly created data store and available for use. Click the data store, click on the save button at the top of the page. So let's go there. So you can see the grounding here, grounding score. So let's go back to instructions on grounding. The grounding configuration is very low. Grounding configuration very low. And save. For the Vertex part, the Vertex here. So we have that. If everything went smoothly, go back to our dialog flow tab and click on refresh, which is the data separated under available stored pages. The dialog flow tab. Okay, so have our agent, travel body, dialog flow. I think we're having different interface. So different from what here's the conversational agent. So we use dialog flow ES. Let's see. So there we have this different interface for dialog flow. We are using the CX Agent Studio, which is a replacement. Our project here, our location, so let's go back step by step back to our data stores. I've done grounding. So visually, agent basics page at the bottom of the playbook. What the link says here. Waiting for that to load. And you create a data store, you're able to use click on data store, save button at the top. So waiting for that to pop up. So Google has made changes to the interface. So our agent should show here. That will flow conversation. So we're waiting for it to come up. So we'll head back to button. Let's look for where we have playbook flows. Menu in this agent studio. We can choose a project. So let's say we can choose a project. So pick this project. So similar to what we have here. And see the options we have. Put agent, pin agent, delete agent. So that's we have instructions. So let's go to the instructions and add this to the instructions. So let's go to our instructions. This is on the find it. I think our own tool is not authentication. Our own tool is, let's go back to our tool. Yes. Remember our tools, we call the tool lookup alternative location because it has to have a verb. Let's go back to our instructions. Advanced. Right. Remember, you just have to follow. We're all set. Let's open the toggle simulator again and ask the question, what's the best way to reach Wakanda? Go to our preview, ask question again. Our preview agent able to ask question again. Cannot provide the information to Wakanda as it is original place. So I think we We're supposed to have this as US probably hasn't gotten our tools in. Available tools, code interpreter. Let's see. I think for now, see if it's a settled question. So they're supposed to pick up the alternative location. Let's see our settings of response. So let's see if so we've added this to in. Let's see if we get it to work now. Let's see if I have instructions and put the instructions here. Remember, our tool name is lookup alternative location. Want to be sure that our tool is ingested. I want to pick recommendations from our text file. So we'll continue on this in the part two, where our tool ingested properly in the data.